I just finished the first volume of Lord of the Mysteries, and I I just can't get it off my mind. I can't think of anything aside from the ending, just how wonderfully done it was, and just how beautifully it sets up for the following volumes and just everything that is about to happen right after this volume. I do have a review of this novel up that I made years ago, and I even finished this novel years ago, but I don't even know how, but I just forgot everything that I read in my first experience. And the second time through, I didn't know what I was going to expect. I knew the novel was good, but I didn't know it was this good. A lot of people complain about the novel and its slow pacing, but it just really paid off towards the end, where we just see the full scope of everything that the author has been writing and planning all this time. In the beginning parts, the author just lures us into this false sense of safety. Klein always gets away with a lot of things, whether he be prepared or not, and he always solves cases that he's in, whether it be via his mysterious place above the gray fog, or whether it be his brains, or whether it be coincidence that helps him get out of a sticky situation. We are lured into a false sense of safety, and we believe that Klein is able to get out of every mess that he either encounters or gets himself into, until we reach the second half of the first volume, where the novel really just takes a sharp, drastic turn in tone, where we start seeing the true darkness of the world that Klein has found himself in, where Beyonders can lose control, where your friends can just lose their lives due to a simple small accident that no one could have foreseen coming. Like, I'm literally getting goosebumps because I remember myself reading these specific moments in the novel. I remember specifically reading Old Neil's chapter. I remember it was chapter 164, I believe, that I was reading, and I was just tearing up. I didn't even feel like this the first time I read through the novel. I don't even know how I reacted the first time, but it definitely wasn't like this because I was reading the chapter with Old Neil, and I was crying so much that I couldn't even scroll my phone. Like, I literally had to wipe my phone so that I could keep reading and keep crying even more. It was this perpetual motion or perpetual cycle in where I wanted to read more of the novel, but I couldn't because I had to not had to, but I cried and I had to wipe off the tears in order to actually scroll through. And it was just such a unique experience that I haven't gotten from any other series. I always talk about Reverend Insanity or Shadow Slave. These two novels, they offer such wonderful insight as to action, schemes, and just how deep their respective worlds can be, but none of them have, like, in my recollection, none of them have gotten me or pushed me to the edge where I'm literally crying and just I literally struggle to read the novel because my eyes are blurring up and I can't scroll through the novel. And just thinking about this, I can't help but just be fascinated by how well written out the novel is. I probably sound like a broken record, but wow, this novel is good. The ending of the first volume just sets everything up so perfectly. Not only do we have a definite goal for Klein to go after in getting revenge for everything that happened in Tingen, but we also get motivation for Klein to actually get stronger beyond just, I want to go home. Because wanting to go home, that's a good motivation, I guess, for Klein, but for us readers, at least for me personally, if speaking for myself, I don't really care about Klein returning home. In fact, I'd rather not see him go home because I want him to explore the world more. And seeing him have other motivations aside from just going home, it just shows how much Klein has grown. Because in the beginning, Klein was more so concerned with himself and more so concerned with fulfilling his need or desire to go back home because he missed his family, his internet life and such. But this switch from just wanting to go home being his main motivator to now having a motivation to get revenge on someone who wronged him shows that Klein clearly is now caring more about the world and the people in it. Because if Klein didn't really care for these people, he has no reason to get revenge, right? But him wanting to get revenge and wanting to fight for people who he love and care for shows that he now cares for the people in this world. And I don't know if how well I conveyed what I wanted to say in this, but I just love that Klein as a character has grown from just being selfish to someone that is more selfless. Aside from Klein and his character, I love how detailed and slow that the author was in building his world, because I feel a lot of authors are just afraid that they're going to lose interest from readers because there's a lot of novels out there and authors are constantly fighting for readers. And if your novel doesn't have something jumping out automatically, something that grabs at viewers' attentions or readers' attention, then people are most likely going to drop your novel, much like how if I keep talking like this without getting somewhere soon, most people are going to click out of the video, right? But the author just trusts that his novel is good enough and is of high enough quality, and he respects his readers enough to the point that he doesn't put in useless fan service or whatnot in order to keep readers' attentions. I also love that the author just doesn't hit you across the head with a hammer on foreshadowing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to put in foreshadowing. In fact, it is an awesome thing to put in foreshadowing. But some authors do it in a way that it just isn't foreshadowing and it's straight up just spoilers. But the author of Lord of the Mysteries does it in a way that is respectful to readers and okay, they are being really loud. On the contrary though, shout out to my next door neighbor, Bieber, him and his mom for keeping it quiet for the past few days. Okay, what is going on? Okay, who is out there just writing my downfall, man? Whoever it is though, congratulations, you got it. I'm just gonna release the video like this. I don't think the noise or anything is gonna get any better. Hopefully no one's car was stolen or broken into in the making of this video. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this disjointed video and got something out of it.